If you're a survivor of abuse, we want to start by saying your feelings are completely valid, and above all, it's not your fault. Too often, survivors, and even those close to them, place blame where it doesn't belong. That's exactly why we created this video, to help break that harmful cycle by diving into how trauma affects the brain and the lasting impact it can have on your life. Abuse, whether it's physical, emotional, or psychological, leaves scars that run much deeper than we often realize. These scars don't just hurt in the moment, they actually reshape the way your brain works. Abuse can alter how you think, how you feel, and even how you connect with others. But don't worry, we're here to walk you through it. Let's explore the real science behind trauma and how it impacts your brain. The brain, under stress. When you're exposed to abuse, your brain's alarm system, the amygdala, goes into overdrive. This part of the brain is responsible for detecting danger and triggering your fight or flight response. But with ongoing trauma, the amygdala becomes hypersensitive, constantly sensing threats, even when none are present. This keeps you in a constant state of heightened anxiety, fear, and stress. Meanwhile, the prefrontal cortex, which helps regulate your emotions and decision-making, may become less active. This creates a dangerous imbalance where your brain is constantly on high alert, but it struggles to calm you down. As a result, you may experience feelings of anxiety, difficulty concentrating, or even get easily startled. It can feel like your brain is out of sync, and in many ways, it is. The stress of abuse can even shrink the hippocampus, the area of the brain responsible for memory and learning. Memory and trauma. One of the effects of trauma is that it can mess with your memory. This is why survivors of abuse sometimes have blurry or fragmented memories. You may struggle to remember certain events clearly, or sometimes parts of the trauma may be blocked out entirely. In extreme cases, trauma may resurface in flashbacks, or survivors may struggle to recall specific details in court cases, for example. Sadly, this can lead to others wrongly assuming that the survivor is lying. But in reality, trauma affects the brain's ability to store memories accurately. Understanding this can help us be more compassionate and realize that the brain is simply trying to protect itself. The way memories are stored or even forgotten is not a sign of weakness. It's a part of the brain's natural response to safeguard against overwhelming experiences. Emotional numbing. We've already discussed how the amygdala gets overstimulated by trauma, but here's the thing. When this part of the brain is constantly active, it can overwhelm you with emotions like fear, guilt, and shame. So, as a defense mechanism, the brain might try to shut down your emotions altogether. This is called emotional blunting. Emotional blunting can leave you feeling numb or disconnected, and it may become hard to experience both positive and negative emotions. This numbing often provides some relief during the abuse, but many survivors struggle to flip the switch back on once the abuse ends. If you've experienced this, please know that you're not alone. Healing is possible, and it's completely okay to reach out for help when you're ready. Emotional dysregulation. A recent study by Dr. Grun and Compass from Vanderbilt University found that abuse significantly impairs a person's ability to regulate their emotions. Imagine this, you're driving a car, and every time you hit the brakes, they barely work. Now, imagine the gas pedal sticks, making the car speed up at the worst possible moment. This is what it can feel like for your brain after experiencing abuse. The parts responsible for emotional regulation and decision-making malfunction, making it hard to control your emotions. You might find yourself swinging from calm to anxious, sad, or even angry without any warning. Or sometimes, you might feel absolutely nothing at all. This lack of emotional regulation can make everyday life feel unpredictable and overwhelming. Impulsive decisions. The damage caused by abuse can also affect decision-making. Dr. Jamie Hansen, a neuroscientist and developmental psychologist, found that children who experience abuse often struggle in school, perform poorly academically, and are more likely to engage in risky behaviors. Research by Malik and colleagues also shows that physical abuse can increase the likelihood of drug use, alcohol abuse, and self-harming behaviors. What happens is the brain having been conditioned to react quickly to survive, struggles to think things through and make calm, thoughtful decisions. This can lead to impulsive choices and risky behavior as a way of coping with emotional pain, depression, and anxiety. Survivors of abuse often report feeling hopeless, overwhelmed, and empty. These emotions can spiral into long-term mental health struggles, such as depression and anxiety. You might feel constantly on edge or like something bad is about to happen, even if there's no immediate danger. This goes beyond temporary feelings and can develop into clinical depression, PTSD, eating disorders, and suicidal thoughts. But here's the good news. The brain is incredibly adaptable. With the right support and therapy, healing is possible. Abuse may have left lasting marks on your brain, but understanding how trauma works is the first step towards reclaiming your mental health. If you're a survivor of abuse, please remember, it is not your fault. Don't hesitate to reach out for help from friends, family, or a professional. Healing is a journey, and it's okay to take the first step whenever you're ready. Supporting survivors. If you know someone who's struggling with the hidden impacts of trauma, or if you yourself are experiencing the after effects, it's important to be supportive and understanding. Trauma can be isolating, and sometimes just knowing that someone cares can make all the difference. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content from Life Tips. We also have videos on topics like 4 signs it's emotional abuse, not toxic love, and 4 signs your brain is breaking down and how to fix it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.